y'all, it's Melissa from The Little Four That Could. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am a homeschooling mama of 3 kiddos, and most of what you find on my channel is homeschool content, although there is some other mom kind of content too. So if you like that kind of stuff and you haven't already, hit that red subscribe button and stick around. Today I'm doing something new that I've never done before, and I don't know why I've never done this before, because if you have seen any of my videos at all or know anything about me at all, you know that I am curriculum obsessed, right? Okay, so like a lot of us are. A lot of homeschoolers or homeschool moms are curriculum obsessed. I feel like I'm not the only one. Just tell me I'm not the only one, even if I am, okay? So anyway, today, I am going to do a review of the curriculums that we used this year for the 2020-2021, that's a mouthful, school year. I have 2 8th graders and a 1st grader this year. So I'm going to tell you what we used, which you probably already know if you saw that video. If you don't, you'll learn what we used, and if we're keeping it or ditching it. So, if you want to hear about my thoughts on our curriculum choices this year, stick around. Okay, so first things first, my house is a mess. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I taught music and theater for 17 years before I became a homeschooling mom, and I also still perform. Not as often as I used to, as I once did, but I still do, and I am currently in a show right now. So I have basically been living at the theater. My daughter is in the show with me. We are in a production of Disney's Newsies, which is a fabulous show. If you've never seen it, you should see it. It's on Disney Plus right now. The Broadway version of Newsies is on Disney Plus right now. So if you haven't seen it and you have Disney Plus, watch it. It's fantastic. You'll love it. And it's a great homeschool thing because it's actually based on a true historical event, the Newsies strike of 1899. So use it in your homeschool. You're welcome. Anyway, so that's why I have flowers. My house is like covered with flowers. It's amazing. I play Meta Larkin. If you go watch it and you're like, I wonder who she is, because it's all kids. It is all kids except for like 2 adults. And so I play Meta Larkin in the show, if you're curious. Anyway, and my daughter is one of the Newsies. So that's why my house is a mess. And like, look, y'all, we still have Easter stuff. It's fine. It's fine. Our life is a little crazy right now. I did a video about that. So if you're interested in hearing about our crazy life, you can check out that video. Anyway, I digress. So let's start with my 8th graders, okay? And now I'm not gonna go over like every single thing of what we did, but I'm gonna talk about core subjects, the 4 core subjects. Okay, so first of all, math. For math, for my 8th graders, we use teaching textbooks. This is not our first year using teaching textbooks, and we love teaching textbooks for the higher grades because I like to say I only do up to 4th grade math. So math is not my forte. Remember, I'm a musician and an actor. I don't do math. So I'm very thankful for teaching textbooks and that they teach my children math for me so that I do not have to. So we use teaching textbooks for math, and we're keeping teaching textbooks, and that is what we're continuing to use for next year. So language arts next. So language arts has been a struggle for us with my bigger kids for a variety of reasons. I would say number 1 challenge is that they went to private school for a good long while before we became homeschoolers. And if any of you have had kids that were traditionally schooled for a long time and then moved into homeschool, you know that that brings a whole new set of challenges. And so we have struggled to find a good fit for us for language arts. So for literature, my children are even though they're basically twins and they're both in the 8th grade, they could not possibly be more different. They are polar opposites. And so for literature, we do book studies with them, and that way they can choose things that interest them. And so they do separate things for literature, and there's a huge fly in here, y'all. Did you see that? Anyway, sorry, I get really distracted. I can hear him. Can you hear him? I'm sorry. I'll try to focus. So that is what we do for literature. And what we did this year for grammar, which was new for us, was we did Fix It Grammar, the book 1, which I think really is for younger grades, but we needed some review in this area. And so this is what I went with this year, which was new for us, and I loved it. And they loved it. Well, love may be a little bit strong of a word. I don't know that they loved it, but they didn't hate it, which for grammar, not hating it is a win in our house. So I think, so it comes with a teacher book and a student book. And I think one of the reasons my children did not hate this, we're not quite done, so let me go to a page that hasn't been done yet so I don't show you my child's work, it is little teeny bits at a time. It's not a huge amount of work. So it's meant to do 4 days a week, which we do school 4 days a week at home because we go to co-op on our 5th day of the week. Well, technically we go up to co-op on the 4th day on Thursday, but you get my drift. So anyway, and you can see it's split up into days, and they literally have one sentence, sometimes two. Anyway, it's little bitty chunks. They have a little review page that they read first. They either review things they're already covering or they learn a new concept, and then they have to fix it, and it tells them what to fix. And so on day 1, they fix day 1, and then they rewrite it in a spiral notebook correctly. And then day 2, they fix it and they rewrite it, and day 3, they fix it, and day 4, they fix it. And every day we go over it and we talk about, all of that. So anyway, it's really short and sweet, but I feel like it really gets to the point. And my one child who has more trouble than the other with this, I won't name names, is doing really well. And I feel like that child is really starting to understand grammar more than, one's a boy and one's a girl, so I have to be careful not to use pronouns. I'm going to give away which child it is. Anyway, I feel like that child has learned more and retained more about grammar and appropriate grammar and sentence writing this year than that child has ever in the past. So I'm calling that a win for the grammar. So that's literature and grammar. Writing, we don't do here at home, so I'm not going to talk about that. We do that at co-op. Okay. Although that's going to change next year quite a bit, but I'm not talking about next year yet. Okay, science. So I only have one of the student books with me, but we used Master Books, Introduction to Anatomy and Physiology 1 this year. It comes with 2 hardback textbooks. We're on volume 2, so that's what I have out, and a teacher's book that has like the worksheets and the quizzes and the tests and everything. And we've really enjoyed it. We have. I'm not sure that I have any complaints about it. We've really enjoyed it. However, both of my students, my 8th graders, are very dead set on science careers, and so now that we're going into high school next year, I really want to make sure I'm giving them the best possible sciences that I can. And so we are not sticking with Master Books Science next year, but I don't want to bash Master Books because I absolutely love Master Books. I really do. There's a lot of things to love about Master Books. They plan everything out for you, like everything. So it is literally an open and go curriculum, which I love and I need. So if you are looking for an open and go curriculum that has a Christian worldview, that is really, really great. I highly recommend Masterbooks. We are switching, but not because we didn't love Masterbooks. We really did enjoy it. That brings me to history for my 8th graders. Also, Masterbooks. We used The World's Story 3, which is their 8th grade history, world history. Comes with the student textbook, which is beautiful in color, nice photographs, maps, all kinds of cool stuff. Again, it's from Masterbooks, so it does have a Christian worldview if you're looking for that. And then it comes with the teacher's guide, which again has all the worksheets, and I just realized I'm looking at it and I'm not showing you. Worksheets, tests, quizzes, etc. Answers that go with it. And again, I really don't have anything bad to say about Masterbooks history. We loved it. It's again all planned out for you, laid out what to do every single day. I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. Maybe not. Nothing bad to say about it. It's open and go, Christian worldview. The kids didn't hate it. They didn't love it, which makes me sad. I love history, but they didn't hate it. They didn't mind doing it. And it's all laid out for you, ready, just open and go. And so I have nothing bad to say about it, but we are not sticking with Masterbooks for their history for high school either, for a variety of reasons. I won't talk about what we're going to use because that'll be a separate video. But again, if you are looking for an open and go curriculum that is from a Christian worldview, that is just all planned out, ready to go for you, Masterbooks is a fabulous choice. We loved it. And I honestly think it's very affordable as well. So definitely check it out if you are in the market for something new, or you're thinking about changing, or you want something different or whatever. Because like I said, even though we're not using Masterbooks Science and History next year, we did love both of those quite a bit this year. We did enjoy it. Okay. So that brings me to my 1st grader. And I will start by saying my 1st grader, we do not do science and history at home. In our state, we have very few homeschool requirements. And so as a homeschooling mama in this state, I have a lot of flexibility and leniency about what I have to do or not do. And so I just think that that's a lot for a 6-year-old. He's also young, so he really, if he were in traditional school, he would only be in kindergarten this year, but he's reading on a 5th grade level. And he's doing for all 1st grade work, some 2nd grade work. But I don't want him to get too far ahead because, well, that's another video, I guess. But anyway, my point is, I just didn't feel like it was essential for us to do science and history or social studies, whatever you want to call it, at home this year. He does go to co-op every day, and he does get science and history at co-op. So he is still getting science and history at co-op. And he does get some of that at home because we do gather round unit studies. Now, we don't do them like every single day, all year, 10 units a year, like the curriculum is intended. But we really, really love gather round unit studies, which I didn't bring any to show you. I'm sorry. We're working on space right now. We sort of do it kind of as we feel like we want to do the next lesson. I don't know how to describe how we go about choosing what day we do it and what day we don't. It kind of depends on our schedule and what we have going on and how much time we have in the day and things like that. But we love gather round, and so we are actually going to continue. That's a keeper that we're keeping, and we will continue to do a unit study here and there. So if you're really into unit studies, check them out if you haven't. I really love them. And by the way, just as a note, none of this is sponsored. I pay full price for all my curriculums. None of these curriculums companies know that I'm saying anything about them on my YouTube channel. I'm sharing with you what we love and what we've used and our thoughts about it. So anyway, that is what went on with science and history for him. He just did it at co-op, so I don't have anything to show you in those subjects for him. Language arts. We are using The Good and the Beautiful Level 1 Language Arts. We did do their kindergarten last year, and we stuck with it and did Level 1 this year, and we absolutely love it. And so that's one we're sticking with. We are moving to Level 2 next year with The Good and the Beautiful Language Arts. I know there were some very strong opinions about, Christians using The Good and the Beautiful because it is written by a member of the LDS community. And I'm not going to get into any of that. I like to keep my channel happy and light and fun and informative, and I don't want to get into that. Obviously, we're using it, and as I just said, we're continuing to use it. But if you feel like that is not appropriate for your Christian home, I totally respect that, and you do you, and I'll do me. But we love The Good and the Beautiful Language Arts for my little one. He absolutely loves it, and so that's a keeper for us. On that same note, this year we used The Good and the Beautiful Math Level 1. And we're finishing out the second book of that. And again, for us, this is a keeper. We love it. He loves it. And we are sticking with The Good and the Beautiful Math, and we're moving on to Level 2 next year. And I will get more, I will tell you more about that in my video where I show you all of our curriculum picks for the upcoming school year, which those are coming down the pipeline. I'm a little behind because of the show on that, and I have not yet ordered all of our curriculum, so those are coming. So we are using The Good and the Beautiful this year, math and language arts with my first grader, and we have absolutely loved it. So I know that's super brief, and that's basically a thumbs up or thumbs down, and it's not a lot of real review, specific reviews. So if there's anything you saw that you'd like to see more of, and you'd like to have me do a more in-depth review on any of those curriculums, just hit me up in the comments below, and if I get requests for something, I will happily do that. There was nothing we hated this year, so I call that a win. And so there you have it. There's what we thought about our stuff this year, and I'd love to know what you thought, if you use these curriculums, what you thought about them. And I'll be back in the hopefully near future to let you know about all of our curriculum choices for the next year. I know those are really popular videos. Personally, I love to watch those videos. They're like my favorite. I'm obsessed with curriculum, as I said at the beginning. So that's a quick review of everything we used for our core subjects this past year for the 2020-2021 school year. So give me a thumbs up if you like curriculum videos. Like, who doesn't? And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.